What's up guys, Max here, back with another Ultra Street Fighter 4 update for Omega Mode. This one's pretty interesting as we're getting more video footage of the characters doing some of those moves that you might not have seen in the game thus far unless it was like in picture form. And the big one that popped up recently was a small Capcom stream that happened in Japan, finally showing off about 6 different characters and what they can do, and a couple that I was very curious to see a bit more of. The first couple is Sakura and Rolento, and between the footage seen, we see that Rolento's angled of knives that he has goes in a few different directions than we're actually expecting. And the other crazy one is that he has a grenade which acts kind of like a ground pound. This grenade pops very quickly on the ground and seems to trigger the opponent very fast. I'm kind of curious because Sakura's big change so far that I saw in here, I'm pretty sure she has a dive kick but we didn't see it, is that she has a level 3 super combo. Kind of interesting, it doesn't use all 4 of your bars, but it's just a very super style combo, hits you a bunch of times and it kind of like knocks you down in the very end, which is very cool, so I'm kind of curious what other kind of super combos other characters might get that don't use all 4 of the bars. We get to see E.Ryu versus Ryu in action. We see that new fireball that E.Ryu has, but it does have startup frames very similar to his red fireball where he like punches the ground first and then sends it launching into the air. It does look like a good move because that thing comes down very fast. It's kind of striking that it gains speed on the way back down. The other cool one is that we did get to see a couple of E.Ryu's completely brand new moves, including the axe kick, which stomps at the very end and seems to do a ton of freaking damage. Like, this thing was ridiculous, and it combos. The other thing I like to see is that Ryu is finally using the parry. The third strike style parry is back in action, and from what I can tell, the Ryu player was actually sticking it in between combos quite a bit, which means that you maybe could actually use it like a parry, like put it in between moves and stuff like that. I doubt we're gonna get red parries or anything like that, but I don't believe it's gonna be forward direction or down forward or down direction, kind of how you get low parries and high parries. I'm really curious to play Ryu because if we get a third strike style character in this game where you can multi-parry, oh my god, dude, I am so ready to go. The other one we got to see a bit more of was Ken and Blanka, and this one's pretty interesting, seeing Ken doing the crazy kicks. Blanka has a freaking teleport, as well as an EX move which hits a couple of times and does great damage. And we also get to see Ken's crazy kick super move, which takes off about 2 meters. This thing is pretty beefy, man. It takes a lot of damage, but it takes a lot from you as well, and I think it's well worth the meters spent. Blanka's also got really, really good anti-air options now as a result of the new EX moves, so I'm going to be kind of scared to ever jump in on this character ever again. Another interesting change here is that Ken actually uses EX kicks, but it knocks the opponent down, so there's some things that, which usually keeps the opponent standing in the original game, there's some stuff that is actually going to change which you thought might be the same from the previous version. That's about it for now, guys. That's all we got on Omega Mode. I'm sure we'll be seeing more soon, but it seems that the Capcom dudes are slowly trickling video footage more and more on some of these streams, and as soon as we get more footage of some characters that we haven't seen before, I'll be back as soon as possible. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.